Hello Virgos, welcome. My name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction. So this is a reading for June 2020. I know it's a little bit late, but I wasn't feeling very well last week, so it wasn't a very good time to do readings. So let's get into this. I'm sitting here today because I was hoping that you guys could see these guys right here. Those are my ponies. I was hoping that they could be kind of in our reading today. I am outside, so if the wind is a little much, I do apologize. My dogs are outside, so if they start carrying on, I apologize if we get interrupted. My kids obviously are all home, so I will apologize in advance too if we get interrupted from them. I cuss a little bit, so if that's something that you're not into, then this is probably a good time for you to exit. All right, let's get into it. I've pulled all of the oracle cards already just to kind of save some time. And I have a new deck that we're working with today. It's called the LQ deck. And I'm going to read the, I'm actually going to read the message right out of the book here. So, all right, let's get into this. So the she who that you pulled was She Who Radiates, Genevieve. Knowing, ambitious, confidence. She who radiates glows with confidence of a true leader, and her choices of ornamentation reflect her ambition. If it doesn't make her feel powerful, it is not for her. She has chosen the headdress. She has chosen the headdress of a chieftain with bold marks of gold. Her face tattoos point to her strong features, her third eye chakra that knows all, and her eyes that see everything, and her mouth that speaks her profound truth. The flower she wears reflects her valor. This is a woman who understands the true nature of power. Her ambition is not to be denied. Genevieve will be seen as a warrior princess she is. This card is asking you to look at the persona you present to the world. Is it real to you, the woman or man who wants to conquer your world? Let your appearance announce to the world that you are a force to be reckoned with. This force is beauty, power, and ambition that radiates from you like the Queen's gold rings. Make sure you are doing everything you can to honor your true essence. That's a great way to start out that reading, eh? She who radiates, knowing, ambition, confidence. Sorry, the wind's starting to pick up too. I almost lost my card there. Okay. Guys, don't blow away. Everybody needs to stay put, please. All right. So, she who radiates. All right. So, the spirit animal that you were asked to embrace was the bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. And I'm also, this one is a little bit lengthy, but I am going to read this one too because the message of the bat spirit was one that I thought kind of fit this warrior princess fairly well. Bat spirit. After something has run its course and died, or been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured, just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of the womb-like cave. Bat spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one. For the very best elements of what you had to give up in death of the old are still present in this new amazing life forming now. This is a miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. Bat spirit reminds you at the present you are in unknown territory and may feel as though you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat spirit has listened in the darkness of the night and has heard all your hopes, dreams, your fears, and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found, and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat spirit asks you to trust what seems to have died is Bat spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died actually shape-shifted into something even more meaningful and wonderful than before. If you are feeling you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. Pretty neat, eh? My ponies are going for a run. And at the bottom of that was the crow spirit, and that's co-create with spirit. Okay? I really feel, guys, that as you embrace this month, there's a change here, Virgo. There's a change for you here. Take back your power. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest the blessings in your life. And this is saying that you have all the power within you. Now is the time to summon it, to ask Spirit to be there, you know, to help you, to move you into this next phase of whatever this is going to be for you, okay? Gentleness was at the bottom of that angel deck, and it says, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And it is so important, you know, that we are gentle with ourselves, okay? That we are not the ones who are picking on ourselves and making ourselves feel any less of what we truly are, okay? Take back your power. You know, ask your guides, ask the Lord, ask your spirit guides, right? To illuminate the way forward here, okay? Allow this to open up and allow this rebirth to have a place, okay? She who radiates, right? Absolutely. So, the Energy Oracle deck was the deck that I pulled for the kind of overall themes to this month. And the card that you pulled, and I was kind of shocked you only pulled one, because most of the other readings have come out with more than one, but the card that you pulled as the overall theme to this month was a happy family. So, this is going to apply to each and every one of you in a different way, you know, and take what fits and leave what doesn't, you know, don't try to make things fit that don't, okay? It is a general reading, okay? But as overall energies to this month, this is talking about a happy family, and whether this is your happy family that you have, maybe it's, you know, your parents, your siblings, etc. Maybe it's your wife and or husband and your children, or maybe it's even the idea, right, of what that happy family is going to look like in the future, whatever the case is, okay? This month, I think that you're going to find a lot of the things that you are maybe rebirthing or allowing to come to be are going to revolve quite significantly around a happy family or a family kind of element. The cards at the bottom of that deck were the first chakra and the seventh chakra. So this is the beginning of the chakras and the end of the chakras. So your first chakra is your root chakra, okay? And that's the things and that you literally root yourself to. You know, you root your being to, okay? And the seventh chakra, this one here, this is your crown chakra, and that's your connection to the divine. Okay, so when these are the two first, actually, and then broken heart came after that. Broken heart, rest and rejuvenation, and then the third chakra. And then victory, actually. Victory, a door to personal healing and happiness. Okay? Maybe there's been some brokenheartedness around this family, whatever this situation is for you, okay? Maybe there's been some sort of uncertainty, okay? But this here, there's a new beginning here for you, okay? And this is saying that you need to connect to the root of who you are, to the base of who you are, and to the spiritual of who you are, okay? To the spiritual being of who you are, okay? And that third chakra, actually, that was in here as well, behind the broken heart and the rest, okay? Look at this. This is your solar plex. It's the energies within inside of you, okay? These are all energy sources within our bodies, okay? So as overall kind of energies and themes, like it's really talking about not only the root of who you are and the, you know, and I oftentimes find that root to be, you know, our family bases and what it has taken for us to be where we are and the things that truly connect us to the unique versions of ourselves. Okay, the roots are the things that run deep and hold you steadfast, right? And that crown chakra, that divine connection, you know, that's your connection to a higher. And both are so important. Like, it is important to be as grounded, you know, and understanding that we are all just spiritual beings here, you know, living just a spiritual kind of life. Like we're spiritual beings here living a worldly life, you know, to learn spiritual lessons. Does that make sense? Okay, and there is that need for that understanding. Okay. All right, let's get into the tarot. So we're going to pull from the light seers first. Virgo. For the month of June. Spirit. Month of June for Virgo. Strengths. 7 of Wands. Strengths for the month of June here. Strengths for the month of June. Challenges, Spirit. What are the challenges for Virgo this month? What challenges is Virgo going to be faced with? Steps are you asking them to take? Steps are you asking them to take this month? What steps are you asking the Virgos to take here, Spirit? Wow, Virgos. All right. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. Wow. Change. There could be a move. Okay. There could be a change in directions here. Look at here how she sits staring at this window, okay? See down here? Move, travel, maybe a new change in jobs, okay? Maybe it's a new change and a new whole shift, you know, in this whole family kind of dynamic. The Knight of Cups was behind that, and that to me is saying that there's some sort of offering kind of here, okay? Potentially some sort of offering that's coming in, and that can be a romantic, you know, the Knight of Cups can, like, he looks fairly romantic, doesn't he? Look at that beautiful white horse at the back, okay? The Knight of Cups can have a romantic kind of aspect to it too, but it is also just an opportunity, something that's coming in for you here, okay? And it could be something that maybe you are, you know, maybe you're unsure of. Maybe it's an opportunity that's coming in that you're almost like, oh, this is almost too good to be true, right? But within accepting, you know, this rebirth of the bat spirit, you know, and allowing the good things to come, like, you know, by taking back your power, you're allowing those good things in your life, like those things that you think, oh, maybe this is too good to be true, but you're allowing those things to actually have a place, because when you accept them, when you say, yes, these things are for me, this is for me, this is the kind of life that I want to live, right? When you accept those things, you give them a place, right? You allow them to come in. You don't reject them before they even come in. Okay, your strengths. Your strengths is the 7 of Wands. See here? See all these, this is negativity down here. And see how her solar plexus is shining, that 3rd chakra again, kind of like, you know, the one that came behind the heartbreak and the rest and rejuvenation, you know, and then that solar plex chakra card, that 3rd chakra came out here. This is what's shining on this girl here. Okay, and the 7 of Wands is understanding that the spiritual being you are, the unique individual that you are, the light, okay, the soul, you're learning your lessons, that you are, is very unique. Okay, it's very unique. It's very heavenly, wonderfully made, one of a kind, okay? And it doesn't matter what other people are gonna say. It doesn't matter what you decide to do, you know? Genevieve is not here. She is not a girl who's worried about the shit of these wands down here. You know, this is people and their opinions on things that do not involve them, because it's not them, right? This warrior woman, you know, she can say no. My strength is not to listen to the garbage of these haters. My strength is to shine my light deep within inside myself and know that no matter what is going on the outside, within my own being, I am solid and I am glowing. Kind of like this little light of mine, right? I'm gonna let it shine. Absolutely. That's what the 7 of Wands is saying. The Wheel of Fortune was behind that 7 of Wands, and this is a change. This is a shift, okay, within the energies, within kind of your whole situation, okay? It's a shift here. And see how there's the dark and then the light? I mean, the one thing we must understand in life is that the most consistent thing in life is change. It's the flexibility. It's a constant movement. You can never just hold life and be like, I'm just gonna hold it like this and I'm not gonna let it. No, it's the flexibility, it's the change, okay? And when it comes behind this as a strength, okay, when you embrace the Seven of Wands and you center in on that light that's within inside of you, you know, you act as if as Genevieve, and you trust, you know, within the rebirth, and you trust within this light, okay? You shift it. You open up a way to allow the energies to shift within the situation, okay? You add clarity to it. The King of Swords, okay? And the King of Swords, look at him. Okay, he's sitting here high on top of a mountaintop. And the Kings of Swords, swords are all about your intellect. Okay, and when you can sit back on the mountaintop and be able to look at all that has come to be with clarity and understanding, you know, it's not ego-led. It's not, okay, well, this is how it needed to be. No, it's okay, this is how it was. It needed to play out this way. Okay, this is how it had to unfold. Okay, those things, whatever they may be, needed to happen because it needed to unfold this way. Okay, this is a strength of yours this month. Being able to block out the shit, allowing the flexibility and the shift and the change to happen within your situation, and being clear about it, understanding and knowing, you know, this is where I want to go. This is how, you know, this is the kind of energy that I want to see from this. Okay. Those are your strengths. Now, the challenges that you could be facing this month was the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, which is kind of funny when that King of Swords comes out as a strength of yours, as something that, you know, that clarity and that strength. Would you think that these two would kind of come out as a challenge? But they make sense. See, this Page of Wands is talking about embracing the, you know, the new kind of reborn spiritual person within you. Okay, wands are often talking about our spiritual kind of beings within inside of us. You know, each suit has their own kind of aspect to our life that they play, and the wands are often talking about your spiritual kind of side. You know, the Page of Wands is talking about starting afresh, having that enthusiasm kind of going forward. Look here, she throws that staff up in the air, right? As like, and see this circle, this completion, and she's like, yes, I've overcome what needed to be overcome, and I am excited to start new. I'm excited to go forward from here. Okay? Sometimes it's hard to be excited. Sometimes it's hard to be excited about about a rebirth. Sometimes we get stuck in, you know, well, whatever had to die, and that kind of sucked. And it's hard for us to be excited to be like, okay, but I'm having the opportunity to start again. That can be a challenge. You know, and that can be scary, not only necessarily a challenge, but that can be a fear of ours, right? Do I have the strength to start again? Okay, where are the ideas coming from? The Ace of Swords is talking about that. The Ace of Swords is kind of talking about almost like that epiphany, you know, that aha moment that kind of comes in, and it's like a lightning bolt from spirit, and, you know, the signs and the messages and the clarity, you know. That's a fear. Not having those answers, not having the clear way forward, not having that this is exactly how this is going to go and this is set up and you'll be fine, you know. That can be a challenge. Trusting spirit and moving forward, you know, following the urges and the guidance here. See how spirit's just kind of pushing this knight's foot? And look up here. Crow, spirit guiding him, urging him to move forward, right? Urging him to keep going. Urging him to keep putting, you know, to keep putting the work in, to keep moving it, okay? To keep going. Yeah, okay, absolutely. This can be a challenge. This can be a fear for this month, for sure. Because you are going to need to be strong in who you are, okay? It's going to take that strength of, you know, that strength of blocking out the fucking haters, okay? Because when you start embracing, you know, a new kind of Page of Wands, or when you get this kind of like idea that just comes almost seemingly from nowhere, and you're just like, this is where I want to go with this. You know, there's going to be people who are like, okay, well, why would you want to do that? And that's fine. There's always going to be haters. That's just the way there is. But you have to trust spirit here. You have to trust and co-create and allow the process to happen. Genevieve isn't afraid. She's not afraid of, you know, of going forward. No. She sees where she wants to go. She's going to speak the truth of what she wants. That third eye, that's her intuition. She knows that what she's after is meant for her. She knows that this is her way forward. This purpose is for her. She knows that. Okay? Steps that you are being asked to take was the Moon, the Devil, and the Queen of Swords. Okay? Trust Spirit. These are steps that you are being asked to take. Trust Spirit. That's what the Moon is all about. The Moon is a very... The Moon and Spirit are kind of one and the same. Okay? It's trusting Spirit that even when you fall below the surface level here, okay? See how it almost looks like she's falling into the depths here? But the moonlight, she's still being held in the moonlight. And Spirit, that's what it's saying. Spirit still has you. Just because you feel as though you are following in the, shadowy depths, doesn't mean that you are alone. It doesn't mean that even though through this process or through that dark kind of stage that you are alone. Spirit is working in the realms, and you need to trust that. Trust that Spirit is working in the realms for you. Trust that Spirit is working in the shadows. Trust that you are not alone. Okay? Like the bat spirit, deep within that cave, right? Trust you are not alone. Trust that when the daylight comes, and this new beginning, this new birth happens, you will be fine. The devil was behind that, and that's talking about attachments. The devil is often talking about very low vibration energies. And look here, see how he's kind of got these puppet strings and they're attached to this poor person down here? That's what low vibration energy does to us, okay? It wraps its nasty, dirty little claws into our lives, and it holds us in places and situations and repeat cycles and patterns that do not serve us, that are no good for us, okay? That weigh us down, that make us feel like shit. Okay, that's low vibration energy, and you need to remove that. You need to even acknowledging that. The Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords. That's clarity again. This is divine kind of clarity. This is the intuitive kind of clarity, the nurturing kind of clarity. This woman has been through hell and back. Like, she is one badass looking bitch, right? And she's sitting here high on top of the mountain, but she's clear on what has had to happen for her to be here. Okay, she understands the parts that it took. She understands that, okay, yeah, not all of it was great. Not all of it was sunshines and rainbows and unicorns and, the rest of it. Some of it was really shitty. Okay, she gets that. She understands that. She understands that this kind of negative, low vibration energy happens in life. But she's clear on that. She's clear on that. And the swords, they cut shit that does not belong in their lives. Things that are holding them back, situations that make them feel like shit, okay? That's like the Queen and Kings of Swords, they just cut that shit out. They just get rid of it. It doesn't serve them, right? If it doesn't serve them and it's not bringing them peace, it's not aligning them to higher energies, it's not meant to be in their life, okay? The King and Queen of Swords, they are kings and queens of cutting the crap. They really are, okay? You're not going to, that's the clarity of it. That's the understanding that, okay, it might hurt. Okay, maybe this is talking about some sort of toxic relationship here. Toxic family relationship, right? That no matter, and I think sometimes family is one of the hardest for us to be able to to walk away from. Not even walk away from, but just be our true selves, right? Because it's family and, it's family, Well, that's crap. Okay, if people are treating you like shit within that family dynamic, you have to liberate yourself. You can never allow people to make you feel like a victim, right? You have the power every time to remove yourself from that victim role. You do. So the steps that you're being asked to take, right? Trust in Spirit. Trust in Spirit. Trust that, no matter what is happening and no matter how dark it may seem at this time, that you are not alone, okay? Acknowledge the low vibration energy. Acknowledge it, pay attention to it so that you can change it. It doesn't need to be there, it needs to be cut, okay? And your intuition is going to tell you what needs to be cut, okay? That clarity is here to show you this kind of energy, this kind of garbage that you keep allowing in your life, this is not okay. We need to change this. Okay, it's that clarity on that. All right. We're going to pull some Wild Unknown Tarot now, actually. And these ones, for this deck, we're really going to ask what's coming in this month that we maybe don't see. Oh boy. Seven of Pentacles. It's about planting the seeds. Okay, it's about planting the intentions. Okay, putting the work in. What don't the Virgos see coming in this one? And the Knight of Swords again. What don't they see? What don't the Virgos see? Two of Swords at the bottom here. Okay, there's a blockage. Okay, it's almost as though you feel blocked, and then Two of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands. Blocked and burdened. Okay, it's like you can't go forward here. Like something is holding you, confining you, and the Four of Pentacles is even after this. Okay, this could be maybe people making you, feel unworthy. Maybe it's you. Attaching yourself to things in life that again are not serving you. The Ten of Wands, that's talking about burdens and cycles and things that need to be completed. Okay, it's about hard cycles, and putting that work in, no matter how hard the job got, not quitting until the job was done. Okay, and that applies to the healing within our lives. It does. It applies to the things that some of us have had, some of us have traumatic childhood experiences or upbringings or whatever the case may be. Some of us just have bad traumatic relationship experiences. There's certain things in all of our lives that can trigger us and can really send us kind of for that loop, right? But we can't allow those burdens to be what blocks us from our future. We can't allow those burdens to be what blocks us from understanding and knowing our own worth and our own right to a fulfilling life. Okay? It's about work. I mean, the Seven of Pentacles here is the card that came out. It's about work. Okay? It's about planting the seeds. It's about planting the intentions, about showing up. To actually co-create with Spirit. Okay, yes, it is one thing to say, this is what I want to accomplish in life, Spirit. This is, this is what I want to grow and blah, blah, but you have to show up. You have to plant those seeds. You just can't, say the anonymous prayers and then not actually make the steps to better yourself or even to take yourself further down that road, right? If you say, oh, I want to be a cop, but you go to school to be a tax return or something like that, right? You're not going to end up at the end of that schooling being a cop, right? You have to put in the work for the direction that you want to go. You have to plant the seeds in the row in the direction in which you want to align yourself to. Okay? And moving forward, the Knight of Swords was behind that again, trusting Spirit. And again, another Swords. Like this guy's coming in, he looks like he's ready just to cut the shit out. Whatever isn't going to serve him, this owl looks like he is coming in and he's just going to slash the shit that no longer works. And the Knight of Swords can sometimes do that. The Knight of Swords can sometimes come in and they can be all rash and all kind of hot-headed and they can just slash things apart and, cause a little bit of disarray. Absolutely. They have that ability. So you need to pay attention to that. You're not going to go in and just be, slashing and cutting things out that, you haven't thought about. You haven't taken the time to actually be like, okay, yes, this isn't going to serve me in my life. No. Because though this Knight of Swords can be a little hasty, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they are not. Right? They have thought about it. Like, look here, he's standing here with a sword, and he's standing here with it, or sitting here with a sword because he's confident. He understands. He knows what needs to be cut. That's been cut, and that's that. Okay? What's left in his life is stuff that has a place. Okay? The Nine of Swords was behind that Knight of Swords. Look at that. That is garbage and shit that you just need to let go. Okay? Imagine this being all of the pains and all of the heartache and all of the negative energy, like this devil energy. Okay? This is what this devil energy actually looks like. Okay? Just a nasty pit of disgustingness. Right? That shit, anxiety, stuff that just holds us back in life, that doesn't actually serve us a purpose. That's stuff that needs to be removed. That's stuff that needs to be cut. Don't allow the shit that you need to let go be what holds you back. Okay? Be like Genevieve, you know, she who radiates. She knows. She's confident. Okay? She understands that. She knows that at whatever step she is at, when a rebirth needs to happen and she needs to let things go, that she's just going to let those things go. Okay? As far as things coming in this month, guys, there's a blockage here. There's some way that is holding you back and making it very hard for you to go forward. And I think acknowledging the burdens that you're trying and the pains that you're trying to carry forward with you is going to be a very good start here. Acknowledging that you do not need to carry the worst of the stuff that you are trying to get over. The best of the stuff, the best of you that comes from that past, that's going to move forward with you. Okay? Let the garbage die, let the shit stay behind you, and move forward with what's ready to move forward. Okay? Okay, good tarot. These are just some overall messages of guidance. This is just, you know, one last message of Spirit is saying, head this way, my little one. This is for Virgo. The Virgos. Don't fly away here on me, cards. Virgo, guidance for the Virgo. 8 of water, 8 of cups, guys. There is really something here. 8 of cups and then 8 of air. Holy smokes. And page of air. And the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. There's a new beginning here, guys. There's a new, tangible, actual way forward here. Something that you're actually going to be able to hold within your hands. Okay? And there could be a couple different options to that, actually. There could be something that is, you know, there could be a whole bunch of different cups in front of you. And it's choosing the cup that speaks the loudest to you. It's choosing the cup that's actually authentic to you, to that being. Because that's where you find the fulfillment. That's where you find the happiness. Okay, within this whole change and this whole shift of who you are coming out to be. Okay? You are shifting your destiny. This isn't just a little change here. This is something that is like, the Chariot was right here. Okay? It's something that is aligning you to a life that is destined for you. Aligning you to a life that is for you. The purpose, the fulfillment, the abundance. It's going to mean that much more to you because it's here for you. It's your gift. Okay? The cards that came out were the 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and Page of Swords. 8 of Cups, look at that. It's walking away from the darkness towards the light. Leaving the shit and the broken cups that aren't worth going forward with you. And moving into the light. The 8 of Swords is talking about feeling trapped. And again, releasing yourself from that trapped feeling. Look here, she's sitting on this cloud and she's just letting all of these things go. Because they don't serve her anymore. She's liberated herself from that. She's freed herself from that feeling of being trapped and stuck in places that are not serving her. Are not bringing her fulfillment. Okay? And the Page of Swords, that's speaking your truth. Okay? Being excited, allowing for new ideas and new ways forward to, you know, to kind of make themselves clear to you. Okay? The Page of Swords she's enthusiastic about this new beginning, but she's authentic about what she's saying. She's authentic about what she says to people and the way she expresses herself. She doesn't lie. She doesn't say things just to make people feel better. No, she's true about exactly what she wants. Okay? Because the Page comes after this 8 you know, comes a couple cards after this. After this Eight of Swords here, you know. She comes after this Eight of Swords, and she comes after the Nine of Swords, you know, this. And then she comes after the Ten of Swords, which is literally walking away, actually, you know, walking away. And then as she walks away, she liberates herself, you know, and she knows, she understands. I'm here because this is my purpose. This is my authentic way forward. The direction that I was going, it had to change. I had to realign myself. I had to shift the energies and the direction that where I was going, because where I was headed was not where I want to end up. I had to cut the shit that wasn't going to serve me. I had to cut the people, the places, the things, the ideas, the thoughts, okay, the negative patterns, the low vibration energy. That shit all has to go. Okay? It doesn't have a place in the direction that I'm heading. That's what the Page of Swords is saying, guys. My arms literally just keep sticking to all of my cards today. All right. So, our last card that we are going to pull is from the Untethered Soul. And I love these messages. They always just seem to like nail it like right to a T. And you're like, oh, that was perfect. Okay, that was quick and easy. The purpose of a spiritual evolution is to remove the blockages that cause you fear. Isn't that amazing? The purpose of a spiritual evolution is to remove the blockages that cause you fear. Ultimately, the only way to know about God is by letting your being merge into the being and then seeing what happens to you. And isn't that the truth? The only way you're ever going to have a truth about a higher and the divine is just by merging into it, by having faith. How will you ever know if you just don't have faith? Okay? Do not allow the fear to block you here, Virgos. Do not allow fear to stop you this month. Allow the change, allow the shift. It's here for a reason. Embrace it. All right, guys. That's it for this month. Thank you for being here. Until next time, take care. Bye now.